Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the electrifying world of EFED Broadcast Channel. Before we dive into the heart-pounding action, let's set the stage with a brief disclaimer. The following content is an EFED Broadcast Channel event created within the WWE 2K universe. All characters, storylines, and events are fictional and exist solely for entertainment purposes. Any resemblance to real-life individuals, living or deceased, is purely coincidental. Viewer discretion is advised. This show may contain intense simulated combat, dramatic rivalries, and over-the-top personas. It's all in good fun, but please remember that these are digital avatars, so grab your imaginary popcorn, suspend your disbelief, and let's get ready to rumble. Now, let the virtual battles commence.
I like your take on boobies. And I like boobies.
Gun, higher.
I am the higher.
Don't
Test
higher.
gun. I am the higher gun.
Don't
Test me.
I am the
I am the
I am the higher gun who bout to set it off. Watch me leap from the top with the coup de grace. It's scary hours for you and all of y'all. How you want a submission to pinfall? I am the higher gun who bout to set it off. Watch me leap from the top with the coup de grace. It's scary hours for you and all of y'all.
And welcome to the Turnbuckle Talk Podcast with your host, the Higher Gun. First, like, subscribe, share. How you doing, y'all? So, let's get into it. Crown Jewels on Saturday was good. A to B plus the A for me. I enjoy Crown Jewels a lot. I did. But let's get into it and talk about it. So Monday happened. Raw was good too. Now Monday happened, right? And Seth. So let's talk about Sunday first. I mean, not even talking about Sunday. Seth won. Okay? He beat Cody. He had to beat Cody. Right? And then Monday happened and he came down. Well, Ross Reed beat Roman Saturday, right? He beat Roman Saturday. He didn't beat him clean, and he didn't have to beat Roman clean. He just had to beat him. You know, he just had to beat him. Same thing with Seth. Seth didn't have to beat. Seth didn't have to beat Cody clean. He just had to beat him. You know, I'm so sick of people saying, "Oh, you know, he had to cheat or he had help." He's a heel. The only heel that I know of that beats people straight up is Gunther. Because his heel character is not the guy that needs to cheat to win. He just wins, right? But not all heels are made that way or should be that way in the first place, all right? So all this, because they doing that shit. They did that shit with Roman, like half his title reign when he was champ. Oh, you know, he always needs help. He always needs help. He's always like, so what? A win's a win. A win's a win. It's like when I lost fantasy this week. A win's a win. A loss is a loss. It doesn't matter if I lose by 20 or I lose by 1. I still lost. A win's a win. You know? The right guy went over. So let's get back into Monday. Both shows were at 8 o'clock in the morning. Crazy. Alright? I mean, so was SmackDown. So all 3 shows were over at 8 o'clock in the morning. It's just there's ways to watch Raw over again. All right. You know, so I watched SmackDown. I had stuff to do in the morning, so I can watch it live. So I watched it when it came on. But good shows. All three good shows. All three shows are good were in the V's. All right. So let's get into Raw. Seth comes out, talks about Braun, talks about Bronson Reed, talks about Paul, and then he says how he didn't need them to win, which he didn't, because he won without them, right? He talks about how Roman needs this and Roman needs that, which I'm gonna get into a little of that. And he talks about how he didn't need all that, and then let's move forward, and we're in the background. I mean, backstage, and Seth's talking about he sees something greater happening and everything, and Paul goes to grab his shoulder, and he kind of winces at it and everything. Now, mind you, I talk about it in a minute. And then CM Punk wins his #1 contendership, which he should have, because he's supposed to fight Seth at Saturday night's main event. They come, the Vision come out and they jump everybody. All right, and then all this is happening, right? Let's not. Ron Breaker's over here on the side, and he's talking to himself, like he's getting himself amped up here, right? And you see him moving. Then they move CM Punk out the ring, and then Braun goes to the side over here, right? Over here, right? And the credits come on to we think it's over. And then Braun spears the shit out of it, the ever-living shit out of Seth. Okay. Braun gets up, goes to Bronson Reed, and he says, whose side are you on? You need to pick and choose right now. You on his side or my side? And it doesn't take Bronson Reed that long to think about it. Bronson Reed grabs Seth and drags him over to the corner. And he gives him a tsunami. Then Braun goes to Paul. You need to pick and choose wisely. Paul picks Braun. Paul picks the Brauns. Now, listen. For the last 3 days, and I gotta get this out because the fact that tomorrow I won't be on here. Alright? Pokemon is calling. Alright? So for the past 3 days, all I've been hearing and all I've been seeing, it was too soon. Braun shouldn't never been in the group because he was already on main event status, and I've been trying to just listen and make this understand. Okay, so Braun was put in this group because of Paul Heyman. Okay, all right. Braun was put in this group to mentor Paul. So Paul to mentor him on camera, like he does back off camera. All right, because this is Paul's next guy. Like he was with Brock, like he was with CM Punk, and it was like he was with Roman, and now it's gonna be Braun. Braun's the next Roman Reigns. He is. There's no doubt about it. That's the next guy. So Braun Breaker was because the vision was never meant to be this Steph's group. The vision was to develop stars. Now whether the shit lands with either one of the breakers, right? Mainly uh, Bronson Reed, right? Because and I say Bronson Reed because it's already set in stone what's going to happen with Ron Breaker. Like it's set. It's set. Like the only thing I can agree with is Ron Breaker was going to be a main eventer anyway. All right, I can agree with that. I can understand it. But it doesn't mean he shouldn't have been in that group. Now, what they teased and what they seen, and I'm gonna get back to Bronson Reed in a minute. What they teased and what they seen is life without Seth anyway. When Seth faked his injury, I gotta get to Seth too. When Seth faked his injury, the knee injury, right? There were weeks that it was just Ron, it was just the Bronze and Paul, and that was it. That was it. There was nothing else. There was no Seth. There was no Becky. There was nothing. It was just them two. I mean them three. All right. So you seen life without Seth in that group, and then you seen what you to do to add on the shit too, right? Right. Because the rumor is that Austin Aries, Austin Aries is going to be in this group, and at that point, why don't you just put all of him in there too? Just make it elite. And Austin hasn't been elite in a minute, but he's young enough to be in this group. And then you call up Open Finn. Now I want to open to SmackDown, but you can put him in this group now. You know. So then, back to Bronson Reed. You put him in this group too, so Paul can mentor him too and get him over. See, the one step was to get him over. To me, he was already. Some people say he's not. He wasn't fully over yet. To me, he was already over. What hurt him being over even more is he got hurt. Like that's what hurt him more than anything. He got hurt and he was gone for like 4 to 6 months. All right, so it had slowed him down, but he got put in this group, so that wouldn't hinder him. He just signed a new contract too, right? But then, why did this happen? Well, the rumor is, what's going around is Seth got hurt. Right? He got hurt in that match with Cody. When he get the coast to coast headbutt. And when he did the headbutt, he was holding his shoulder the whole time after that. And then Seth has mentioned a couple times about winning that match with one arm. Okay? And then he's in certain photos wearing a sling. So they saying that he tore a rotator cuff. That's the same injury that what's his name? What's his name? He was wearing the mask before he got hurt. Not Kurt Angle. Don't worry about that. Curtis Axel, no. Alright, don't worry about that. But it's an injury that's gonna keep him out for a minute. Alright, so now you have to relocate and direct it somewhere else now, right? Like you have to pivot. So they pivot, because like I said before, you've seen life without stuff with division, and it's not bad. It's not the same, but it's not bad. You've seen that Bronson Reed, Paul Heyman, Bronson Reed and Ron Breaker can promo without him, and even if they can't, they got Paul for this now. Right? So it's okay. Life is okay without it. Ron Breaker was already mad over anyway. Alright, he's gonna get cheers regardless. Like he's gonna get boos, but he's gonna get cheers regardless because they like him. The crowd's flaky. So, but he's already mad the fuck over as a wrestler. Like he's been mad the fuck over. Alright, so like some of this shit don't matter. Alright? Alright. But you've seen life without Seth. We know Seth is injury prone. Someone would say this, and I love Seth. Like Seth is one of my top guys, favorite wrestlers to watch. Alright, like plain and simple. But he's injury prone. Right? Someone would say this is karma on him. Right? Right, for faking the injury and now boof. Now, some people don't believe it. Some people say that it will take even if he's limping around and everything, or like his arm guarded, his shoulder is really hurt. They ain't gonna believe it until it happens. Now, what they saying, so some people feel like it's the whole CM Punk thing. Now, I think he hurt. I do. I think he hurt. I think he got to go away from it at this time now and go from there. All right. So I think he hurt. I think they gotta pivot. So does this mean CM Punk doesn't get the belt for Saturday night's main event? Does that mean that? Does that mean Ron Breaker gets the belt? Cause he grabbed the belt, right? He grabbed the belt. So what happens after this? Where do we pivot from this? All right, like division's not broken up. Division just turned on Seth. Right? They left us on a real good cliffhanger. They left us on a real good cliffhanger. That we just gotta wait and see what happens. Left us on a real good cliffhanger now. And it's been a minute since we left on the cliffhanger like that. That we gotta wait and see for next Monday. Right? That we gotta tune in for next Monday to see what happens. Right? Been a minute for that. It's been a minute. But like I said, like they already seen a world without stuff in division. They just had to pivot to that sooner because he got hurt. Right? So now Survivor Series plans have changed. Main event stuff has changed. I mean, Saturday's night main event stuff has changed because the fact that Seth was not there. Seth is not going to be now. How bad it is, who knows? Who knows? Because they're saying that this wasn't supposed to happen until 2026. next year, next year, right? So obviously they had to pivot. That's like when Naomi got pregnant, they had to pivot with Austin turning heel faster. All right. So a lot of this had to happen sooner. The Ron factor, not the division factor, because I'm quite sure Ron was gonna break it out on his own. Right? Now the division situation is gonna happen a little different. Right? So again, you can add to the division. You can still bring in Austin Aries. You can still bring in another member now. Becky, it's a problem now. She's not there. She's not now. You can say it was her idea for it to happen. So she's seeing what was happening with Seth in his head, him not being there. So what's gonna happen with her? Now you can easily just turn her face, if anything, because her being a heel, and not having Seth there, it's a problem now. It is. It's a problem now for that situation, but she was a part of the division. She is a part of the division. So what happens with her now? It's different ways. It's different ways to sort this out and make this work. But I don't know. Like, she's gonna be there next week to see get a defend the IC title. What else is on next week? The tag team titles are being defended too. It's gonna be Dragon Lee and AJ Styles versus Judgment Day. So that's happening. Dom's gonna fight Rusev again for the IC title. So all that's happening next week. Can't wait. Seems like a good Raw already. But I'm gonna end the show with that. I just wanted to get this out here because I haven't talked about it. Haven't been on. Life has been life. But make sure you guys subscribe, share. Make sure you guys watch wrestling. Make sure you guys watch EFBC. We should have some stuff out pretty soon. We just had a show yesterday. I still got to do a promo on somebody. I'm gonna get to that. Love y'all. This is the High Gun. God bless. I'm out.
I like your take on boobies. And I like boobies.